Run and get a blanket and sit with me, and I'll read a story. This one is called The Garden of Hope. Things had changed since Mom had been gone. The house was untidy, and the garden had become wild and overgrown. Dad was trying his best, but sometimes it was hard to remember all the things that needed doing. Occasionally Maya felt lonely, but luckily she had Pip. Of course, there were moments when it was impossible not to miss Mom. When Maya felt sad, Dad was always there for a bear hug. He was a great storyteller, and he told Maya tales of fun and adventure in faraway lands. She particularly enjoyed when Dad included her and Pip as brave characters in the stories. One afternoon, Maya was feeling sad. Dad said it was time for a story. This one was going to be about Mom. Maya looked up. Whenever Mom felt upset, Dad began, she would go outside, plant some seeds, and wait for them to grow into something new and beautiful. Your mom knew that by the time the seeds had grown, her worries would have faded away. She called them her seeds of hope. On the table were several packets of seeds. Dad and Maya looked out at the overgrown garden and shared a smile. Maya started in the potting shed. It was full of dust and cobwebs, but she soon found what she needed. Next, she began to busily pull up weeds. The garden had been unloved for a long time, and the weeds had tangled themselves over everything. At last, the ground was ready. It was time to plant the first seed. Maya chose the packet with a bright sunflower on the front. It had been Mom's favorite flower. As she dug a hole, Maya thought about Dad's story. She dropped the first seed in, closed her eyes, and hoped. Some days were harder than others for Maya, but thinking about the garden made her feel calm. When the first small green shoots appeared, Maya felt such a rush of happiness. The seed had become something new and beautiful. Sometimes Pip tried to help in his own way. Luckily, holes could always be filled in again. Dad even joined Maya in the garden, and they planted seeds together. Buds were starting to appear on some of the plants. Maya spent all her spare time outside, rain or shine, working in her garden. In turn, the garden rewarded Maya's love by making her feel lighter and happier than she had felt in a long time. Maya now had some fully grown plants and flowers as well as seedlings. The flowers began to bloom, and this attracted new visitors. First came the bees and the butterflies. Then came the ladybugs, dragonflies, and beetles. Birds arrived, and with them, voles and hedgehogs. Finally came rabbits, squirrels, and foxes. The garden was humming, hopping, buzzing, and bursting with life. Maya had transformed the garden into a place of beauty once more. Mom had been right. Maya had forgotten the worries she had planted with the seeds. The garden had carried them away. Things had changed since Mom had been gone. The house was still untidy, but something felt different. For the first time in a long time, there was hope. Dad and Maya looked out at their beautiful garden with a shared smile. The end.